と、はい、皆さん、こんばんは。Buenas noches todos, and good evening everyone. This is your Mabinogi VTuber, Disha, bringing you yet another fine collection of weird stuff you can find in mostly in Japan. Some not quite, but mostly Japan for today. So let's get going, shall we? Okay, this is yeah, basically this is something someone came across on at his bar, and he's going to. Yes, I hear ya. The mug says, alcohol is bad. The book said alcohol is bad for your health, so I quit reading. Yep, there's a good way. Good approach. Okay, yeah, I might have told you this. The one I remember distinctly from in English was the one I came across at a bar, in front of a bar, on a blackboard that says, "Conserve water, drink beer." Yeah. Anyways, and moving on to the next one. There was there's been quite a bit of this thing making a news about the AI drawing or that kind of stuff. Okay, here's one that isn't quite trained up. This guy asked asked to generate a picture. It's not a drawing type. It's more like a image generator, and he asked for salmon then, and this is what he's got. Yes, a piece of salmon going up the river. If you look, that's supposed to be special water. If you look closely, but then come to think of it, it looks like a sushi going up a stream too. If you look at it wrong. And yeah, there's also one that actually is again generate picture image, again not picture. So yeah, it does quite a bit of, it does okay stuff like yeah, world map drawn by Van Gogh. Lots of cats looking at this way, and the fox looking down from the crest. Okay. And then someone tried yes, Ozora Subaru of Hololive taking a bath. Now keep in mind her name Ozora, her surname Ozora means clear sky. Keep that in mind, and this is what they got. Well, at least they got the at least the computer didn't return Toyota. It is actually a Subaru Legacy, so it is wrong, and it is 100% correct, as it turns out. And even worse, it's white, so it looks ducky. So, yes, yes, almost Ozora Subaru. And others, Toki no Sora, this one didn't quite click in. And Hojo Marin. Yeah, Marina. And he tried to do Gagura as well, but then apparently this one only does like a couple of drawings per day. Someone else actually did the same. Yes, they actually did a legacy as well. Again, Subaru Legacy. And yeah, Okay, right? Okay, and this guy's going like, oh yeah, that's probably because Subaru, the car manufacturer is still more famous than Ozora Subaru. But okay, what happened was that the when Kankore became a big hit. Um, if you try to if you try to image search for battleships screaming in the rough ocean, and it actually kept on returning R18 porno dojing pictures. So there is a possibility that the AI could start picking up wrong stuff. Okay, and again from the same AI, someone tried the Hatsune Miku Super GT. Wow, this is a decent correct color. And Ozora Subaru. Okay. And this guy actually asked for the Ozora Subaru basing and somehow turned. What the hell? The one that looks like a Mikopi for some reason. And okay, and this. Okay, this one is a drawing, so keep in mind. Uh, Inugami Korone basing. Wolf. And Nekomata Okayu running around. So close. So close, not quite. Oh, and Hekora with a carrot stuck on her head. And this one turned up 100% incorrect. Who the? Oh, this guy's named Pecora as well. And Fubu-chan, Shirakami Fubuki that turned cat. That actually looks like more like Kurogami, the darker side. But yeah, this is exactly what we wanted when we said, yeah, Ozora Subaru basing. Yeah, sure. Sure. And that's what you're supposed to get. And guess what? This whole thread, yeah, it was found by Ozora Subaru herself. Yes, she was cracking up. She actually ran. She was running an ego search, and this is what she found. Unfortunately, and even worse. Yeah, nobody's looking for the duck, but the car. So there you go. That's one of the weirdest. That's how. Yeah, instead of talking about how that's what AI could go wrong. Well, there's how to play around with it. And one of those days, it happens all the time, all over all over the world. Yeah, the cat like the AC unit, so they still can't open it up. The good news is this happened in May, so at least they got a couple months before they could take it. They can remove the cat, of course. Now, meantime, where I live in BC, British Columbia, province of British Columbia, Canada, we had this incident. This couple in Vancouver Island bought a mixer in a and it was shipped to their house, and they actually put it down. They made a mistake of putting it down on the ground for a few seconds and looking away. And yeah, the problem is, of course, their cat, all three of them took the liking, actually like the box. And apparently, yeah, as far as I can remember, like even after a month, they were still stuck with unable to use the mixer. So, and yeah, they did bring out some empty box, and still didn't that didn't work. And so in the end, yeah, they also started streaming the cat. Basically, they started cat cam with that, and yeah. Apparently, the manufacturer actually took the pity on them, so they actually the company the Vitamix actually sent them an empty box, and yeah, well, apparently they did ships for each one of them, so yeah, I didn't keep up with the story afterwards, but then I'm pretty sure they actually yeah, actually did manage to get their mixer from the cat. I hope. Anyways, here's one of those questions for those of you who play music games. What is needed to play a music game? The beginner, the eyesight, eyesight to see the motion, to see the cues. Intermediate, reflex. The advanced people, muscle. Yeah, I don't play it, but then I've seen people play Beat Saber, so I know what it is. And DDR, yes, that is actually a muscle game in the end, of how fast you can actually beat, or how fast you can tap around. So, and here's a guy who actually did start a muscle, who started training weightlifting, just so that he can play a music game. This guy just got back his oven range for a repair. Basically, what it said at the beginning was that basically the trouble was that he opened the door and plugged in, and the power wouldn't turn on. So basically a thermostat was, yeah, the thermostat was out of whack, and there was no replacement part for it, so they had to replace the whole unit. Now here, this part is, and at the end it also said, and we found one piece of rice bowl inside, but we had to throw it out on our side. Please note that. Yeah. So basically, yeah, the guy actually forgot he put a rice bowl in the oven, and yeah, it turned out that way apparently. Um, this guy bought something from Yodobashi Electronics. Think of it like a Best Buy. The problem is they apparently use the floor stock to do the whatchamacallit, for the correspondence or online shop. So what happened was that yeah, this guy just deceived it, but then it also came with security tag. Apparently, the this guy actually, yeah, customer service said, if you find it, just dip it in water. So basically, when the buzzer goes off, it doesn't, you don't hear it, and hopefully, it would destroy the electronics inside. However, yeah, it can be a bit more tough. But yeah, basically, he had to leave it a bit more so the water would seep through. It's not waterproof. Apparently, it's relatively watertight, but it's not waterproof. But yeah, basically, the cost of shipping back the security tag is much more expensive than just say replace one of them. Let's see. Takeshobo. They became famous a couple years ago because they're the ones who actually did the pop and Pipic. And the other titles that made them famous was Made in Abyss. And because it became, for some strange reason in Japan, not only did the title become famous, but the artist of the manga became famous too for some reason. So the publisher's merch store actually started selling the Made in Abyss merchandises, and also at the same time they started selling the merch for the artist himself. The T-shirt, the poster, and Sensei is going, "What the heck?" Yep. That's Pop the Pipic publisher to ya. Yes, the cute boys and girls are popular, and so you get the merchandise for cute boys and girls. Yeah, that you know, sir. And the artists who draws the cute boys and girls become famous. Okay, so now we have the merch of the artists who draws the cute boys and girls. What the heck? Yeah, there's quite a bit of people who wants that anyway. And yeah, this guy. Yeah. Okay. This guy was just talking about this not publisher, the print shop called Chuo Seihan, who does the comic printing quite a bit. And because of the yeah, that's where the Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Demon Braid, and One Piece are printed, and that's why they actually did. They had to make this new printing system that actually does about 60 million copies of One Piece, One Piece manga before the publication date. And because the Jump comics are standardized at 192 pages. Basically, what happened was that everyone else started publishing in 192 pages as well, so that they can use the system. Now, the reason being is that the new volumes, new issues of One Piece comes out 4 times a year. So the rest of the year, it's sitting. It cannot sit idle. But basically, this is one of those scary units that actually this unit that actually it actually does 10,000 copies of manga in 2 hours. And and the Demon Braid actually was printed by someone else, and basically it became such a hit that that company couldn't handle the excuse me, couldn't handle the volume. So there were some pieces that actually, I mean, some copies, Chio Printing actually took over as well. Oh, and okay, and this guy is, yeah, that is why apparently why most comics are now standardized at 32 pages on an episode with 6 episodes of volume, so that they can actually it actually can be fed through that system. So there you go. That's for little things I found out. And one of those problems with non-environmentally friendly generators. This is what happens in with a pipe of a geothermal generator. Yeah, basically it's the mineral deposit that built up inside of the pipe. And everyone's talking about the that's how they have to wash off all the stuff out of the your plumbing as well. But then some people actually started going, oh yeah, this one now that reminds me of this. Chashu. Yeah, good choice. And also, apparently there's a thing called kasudon. Abura? Oh. Ah. Okay, this is actually it's not udon actually. It's a chopped and fried cow intestine. Okay, sounds yummy actually. But yeah, that's how the talk actually essentially strayed off into nowhere. Welcome to Japan. And one of the things that it's famous for with Nagasaki is the hills. Like it's excuse me. Oopsie. Oh, it doesn't quite say, but basically it's so hilly that nobody actually uses bicycles. It's that bad. But apparently someone tried to act as if they know Nagasaki.
Said, how's your night going, Laisha?
あら、こんばんは、ヨハネコさん. Yeah, not too shabby. Just got this all prepared and still haven't came up with a word. Actually, the only things that I haven't done is actually come up with the idea of where to do the thumbnail shooting. But yeah, not too shabby, not too shabby. And how did your streaming go? I remember seeing your tweet saying that you were streaming this tonight. Right. Anyways, yeah, but apparently Nagasaki is famous for steep hills, and what happened was that for some construction sites, because the hill is so steep, they can't bring in trucks. It's not because how it's narrow and it's too steep for trucks to go up, so they still have to use a
Nico
horse.
said, "Oh, that was a while back. But I was doing Resident Evil and apparently the residents that live in the mansion is pretty evil."
Yes, they are. Well, that's Capcom too, yeah. Um, one of the remember one of the things I came across was the one thing you can rely on with Capcom: the helicopter will crash. They will be shot down no matter what, and the train will derail. So, if there's a mansion, yeah, everything that can go wrong will go wrong, I suppose. And yeah, and one of the things that, and also the other thing they had to do back in Nagasaki, they still have to do is that in winter times, when it's icy, schools are usually on top of the hill, and the teacher's job, who actually who comes in first thing in the morning, is to actually s- uh, to actually swing out a rope down a hill so that the students can actually climb up the hill using the rope. Yeah. Apparently what was it? Yeah. Kobe is also pretty hitting place, so that's apparently that actually happens. In the winter times they actually have to swing down a rope. But yeah, there you go. And moving right along, actually might as well. This one I might have done a while back, but I still found it somewhere in the middle of nowhere, sitting in one of my stockpile of stuff. Now, okay, this is a manga artist who is yeah. Oh, why does the protagonist of manga is always at the back seat next to is always seated at the next to window in the farthest back of the classroom? You draw it. See, you can, you'll figure it out why. And of course, this manga artist who confessed that he was cracking up. That how painful it is to actually draw a desk and chair, each one of them. And that scene about the hero comes in. You know how hard it is to draw every single one of these. Yeah, there is of course some people like Akamatsu Sensei who actually has 3D models of this kind of stuff, background stuff, cycles them out. The only real suicidal one, of course, is the Sasai-san. But yeah. But you can clearly see why Kyon and all the other main characters are usually situated here, not in that center. Because it's too painful. And even worse, the scary part for Sasai-san, basically they have all the settings for each the classmates, so they have to get it right. But yeah, there you go. In the meantime, this was one of those rough draft someone sent a light novel writer sent in, and editor just returned something, returned part of it. Okay, the writing goes like at last the the knife specific for bug is finally came to a usable level at a completion 546 we are now entering the manufacturing gate. So this part, it says, you want to take it out? Is it a cat? Yes, it is. That explains a whole lot. Exactly who wrote that part. Okay, and of course, and someone else. Okay. Yeah, how do you, how should I not being able to use it 100%?
Said. Cats loves them keyboards.
And also, even worse, he can't even use his turntable. So he's kind of stuck. Apparently, there was actually a cover to put to go over the keyboard to protect it from cats. Apparently, someone did that, and the cats actually managed to squeeze themselves inside of it under the cover. Anyways, this lady. Apparently, she when she woke up, she found out that her cat wrote the essay for her, and he even sent a message to her hubby on line app. Yes, the cat is working on it. It's all three, so meow. For Japanese, you can read it as meow, 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 meow. So, yep, it is indeed written by cat. Proves that it is written by cat. Oh. And apparently, yeah, here's a little trick though. At least, okay, she's got the external drive, and the cat is actually using it as the as a pillow, and the keyboard as a leg rest. So still not quite. And yeah, basically he always starts pushing down the shortcuts, especially when she's working. Meow. Okay, so that wraps up today's stream. What I've got to show, and thanks for coming in. And I'm so glad the new version of OBS didn't act up. Hi. That's it. So thank you for coming in, and have a good night. Let's see if I can actually rate someone.
Said. Good night, Laisha.
はい、じゃあ、おやすみなさいです。Good night です、ヨネコさん。Let's see who I got. キッドプロジェクト、ジャスチャッティング、RK6 さんが、スプラトゥーンやってて、あとはいないか、他にマジで。おらへんな。よし、行こうか、ここに。Okay, someone's doing the music game as I was mentioning, so I'm gonna just send you guys over to Miyahousai-san. place and that should do. よいしょ。あ、違った。あ、いけねこっちや。Okay, then thank you for coming in and have a good night です。はい、じゃあご視聴ありがとうございました。落ちたな。3人おったか。